Hey Stars fans, welcome to another episode of the Mighty Melbourne Stars podcast. I'm Heath MacDonald, aka Mighty Melbourne Stars, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, as always.
Hey guys, Jacob here from Melbourne Stars News. Happy to be back for another one. Thanks for having me on again. Heath, this time obviously we are previewing the Melbourne Renegades game, looking to bounce back after 3 straight losses in a row. So something's got to change. We'll talk about our lineup going into it, bit of injury news and what to expect. So let's get into it.
Yeah, so obviously the Renegades are coming off that really great win against the Scorchers, and as you touched on, we are coming coming off 3 losses in a row, which does not help at all. So, what are you expecting from both teams?
I'm expecting the Stars to really bounce back. I think we have to make
Yeah,
some lineup changes, and it depends on international availability. I think Joe Clark could be potentially coming back. Same with Tom Curran. Nothing is confirmed or public yet, so we wait and see how they turn up. But those two will be huge to have back if possible. So if Clark doesn't return, then I think Sam Hain needs to play. All the comments on my post, was what more does Sam Hain need to do to get a game? And I think now's the time. I understand we wanted to give Blake McDonald a chance, so we selected him over Hain, and I don't think McDonald is the person to take out necessarily now. But there's certainly some issues with our batting lineup. I think all the players are capable. It's just where do they sit in the lineup and what is most effective. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah, I mean that's what I'm expecting from the Stars, just to make some lineup changes for the best. We need to see what works before it's too late. Does Callaway go to the top of the order? Does Rogers get dropped? Who comes out? Does Maxwell move from 6? Does Cartwright move? Where does Karen sit? So there's a lot
yeah.
of questions around our batting lineup. Yeah, and if Hain comes in, where does he play? Or does Clark come in if he's available? So we wait and see, but I expect some changes to be made. And from a Renegades point of view, well, they're just going to come out hard. Obviously, they've won their past 2 games. They've kept their season alive. They had a big win against us and another big win against the Scorchers. However, they were chasing a low total at Optus, but nonetheless, they got the job done. They have a big loss. Oliver Peake is now in the Australian Under-19s World Cup, so he's gone. Caleb Jewell, his likely replacement, so there's no shortage of batting power there, really. So that's a change for them. But I just expect the Renegades to come out with nothing to lose, really. It's their home ground. They're
Yeah.
going to be pretty pumped up. We're not the underdogs, but we're the team who are down right now,
Yeah.
We're suffering more than they are. They're partying right now.
Yeah, so
We're stressing.
we've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I think finals are on the line, so it's important. But at the same time, we have to play more freely, maybe a different game style. We just need to be more aggressive. And sometimes we play our best cricket when we've got nothing to lose. So I just want to see some changes. I'm not sure what that'll be. And Heath is,
It's
yep,
better.
you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm not
obviously
sure what
we
those
need,
changes will be, but yeah, on to
yeah,
you.
obviously we need to get Josh Brown out early. He was the absolute thorn in our side last time we played him. We get him out, we get Seifert out, we get McGurk out. We just need to put pressure on their top order and need to learn how to defend a total, because we cannot do that. We need to silence the Renegades crowd early, because they can be a bit arrogant when they get up and about, which annoys me, because it's the Renegades and no one likes the Renegades because it's our next door neighbor and they want to go 2-0, but we want to pinch one back.
Yeah, for sure. They've got some players who are in some serious form, and one of those, as you mentioned, Josh Brown. He's been on the past few games. He started off not so great, and he didn't have a good season last year. But he's come in the past few games with that, nothing to lose attitude, and he's just started whacking it, and it's worked really well. And Tim Seifert is obviously dangerous. Look, Jake Fraser-McGurk, he hasn't done much at all this year, but just
Yeah.
because it's Marvel Stadium, he's still someone to look out for. Will Sutherland, obviously a threat, and I'm not sure what their bowling lineup will look like. We know we'll see Jason Behrendorff. Adam Zampa is injured. I'm hearing rumours he's out for the rest of the season, so that's a big loss for them. I'm not sure on the other injury updates with their bowling attack, but we'll wait and see when they release their squad today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. And yeah, hopefully we can bounce back.
So yeah, they've got for their bowling attack, like they got Berendorf, they've got Doggett, they got uh, bloody hell,
Fergus O'Neill, typically.
yeah, Ferguson,
Gurinder
Neil,
Sandhu.
oh
They've been
Sandu,
playing
yeah.
Callum Stowe, the spinner. I'm not sure
I was
if
gonna say
actually he probably will continue to get a game because of the Zampa injury.
I was gonna say Sandu. He absolutely annihilated us. Took 4 wickets
Yeah.
against us. We need to watch out for him as he's deadly with the ball. Uh, they've just got a batting and bowling lineup that is unpredictable, but also can be predictable at times. Depends what Renegades side turns up. We just need the job done. There's no excuses. We've lost 3 in a row. We can get the job done. We go second, and I don't think we solidify it, but we need to beat the Strikers to solidify second. Is that right?
Yeah, so we will go up to second if we win tomorrow night, just because the Scorchers and the Sixers don't play until after us. So it doesn't mean we won't drop back down, but yeah, then we'll need another win to lock in a final spot, and yeah, ideally the top two. Well, we might need 3 wins for a top 2 spot, but 2 wins will 100% see us into the finals, which will be great. It's just a matter of where we want to sit in that finals. Do we want to be second or third? Look, you'd think we want to be second because we get the second chance, but at the same time, third gives us a home final. So I wouldn't be too mad at either, but
Mm.
we wait and see. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously the Renegades game we need to win. It's the Melbourne Mace Mark II. We want to take that from the Renegades because it didn't look great in the Renegades' hands. So we need to just pinch that mace and bring it to the MCG and show us why we're the best team in Melbourne.
Yeah, it means a lot, the Derby. The Mace, Jackson Warren didn't look too happy running it out. Past Glenn Maxwell carrying that heavy thing out to Will Sutherland. And yeah, hopefully we can win it back. We know we have
Yeah.
the better record against the Renegades. And you look at
Mm.
last season, we were 2-0 against them. And I want to point that Marvel game, it was a pretty bad batting collapse, which I hate to say, until Glenn Maxwell came in and made 93 runs and kind of saved us. And then Mark Steckty managed to take 5 wickets, and that was that. But Mark Steckty obviously isn't playing, and Glenn Maxwell is not in good form at all. So it makes you think who's going to step up in this game. I think Sam Harper is still in incredible form. I know he went for 20 the other night, but that's not to hide what he's done earlier in the season. So I have him making some big runs. What do you think? Who do you think will stand out?
I reckon Sam Harper, the leading run scorer, as he's like solidified his top of the branch in terms of the leading run scorer. He's added to his total, and he's just had an outstanding season. I expect him to stand up and have a great knock. And if Joe Clark's available, let's get him in there and show the Melbourne Red team how we do things, because this is a game we cannot afford to lose. I've been saying it. We just got to stress that enough that we cannot lose this game. We lose this game, I'm not even thinking about losing it. We're going
Well,
to win.
I've already hit the panic button. I hit that last night.
Yeah.
On our season. So that's activated. And yeah, we'll be real panic stations if we lose this one. We'll have to win 2 out of 2 games to make finals probably. But yeah, no, I like the idea of having Sam Harper as our leading run scorer. I think he knows Marvel pretty well, obviously playing at the Renegades and for Victoria. And yeah, he's in great form. And hopefully we can get Joe Clark back, because now that I think about it, I think they've only opened together once or twice. And Clark went for a duck one time.
Yeah.
And Harps went on to make 110, and then the Thunder game, I think they opened together, and how good was that game? We
It was very.
dominated. So Clark, people went into the season kind of pissed off that we took him in the draft. He's always been a favourite of mine, so I've had a soft spot for him, and
Yeah.
I think he's proved a few people wrong as to what he's done for us. He's only played a few games due to injury, but I think he's an underrated person to have in your top order. He's a steady player who will tick the scoreboard over, and it feels like when he's much needed. We were undefeated without him, and now we are winless without him. So I'm not saying he's the answer, but you look at those statistics, it would be nice to see Clark open the batting with Sam Harper.
Yeah, he definitely helps out too, and he's just a guy that we desperately need in our side at the moment to say, all right, boys, let's not panic yet. Let's just get through these overs and see how we go, because he's obviously been one of our best players for the season besides Harper, of course. And that brings me to my next question. Do we get any changes against the Renegades? Do you reckon we drop Rogers? Because I think there's a lot of fans who want Rogers to be dropped. Same with Hatcher.
It's yeah. I think Hatcher, it was just a replacement for Curran. So assuming Curran will be back, Hatcher will be out, which gives extra batting depth as well. Look, I know we spoke on a lot of changes, possible changes at the start of this episode as to what we do, but we didn't give a final decision. So if Clark comes back in, I would drop Tom Rogers right now. Campbell Callaway hasn't made many runs the past few games, but I just think it's hard to take him out, and we know what he's capable of. He had a good stint against the Renegades, and he showed what he couldn't do at the start of the season against the Hurricanes. He's just a bit more of an anchor, I feel, than Tom Rogers. Rogers has just been taking things too slow. We know he had an injury setback. I don't have anything against him. I just think if you had to take someone out of the batting lineup right now, you'd be taking him out. Blake McDonald, he's played 3 games. He's had two solid ones, or he's had one really good one. Last night against the Sixers, he was probably our best batter. He didn't have a good one in that Renegades game, but I'd just be putting him a bit lower down the order. I think there's a lot of pressure coming in, at the 7th over after we've just lost 2 wickets for a young guy who hasn't played much. So I'd be moving someone like McDonald to 6, and honestly, bringing Maxwell forward, because he's not going to get dropped. He's going to be in the team, and I think maybe the only way he can get going is to face a few more deliveries and play in his traditional older spot that he used to play in. And I think McDonald at 6, it gives him more freedom. He's got nothing to lose if he's coming in with limited overs. He's got 4 overs. He just goes, right, I need to get 40 runs to give us a chance. So he just goes out and whacks them. That's exactly what he did at the Gabba. So I think that's a better position for him. And Maxwell coming in earlier, there's less pressure on him. I think he gets a few balls to work his way into the innings, and then he can get going and be a real benefit for us. So that's what I'd have. So Rogers out for Clark.
Yeah, definitely. So we're obviously we'll give our predictions for the final segment of this episode. So predictions, how do you reckon we'll go? Just a simple win. What would you like to see? And it's also prediction time too.
Oh, I'd just like to see a win.
That's
no,
good.
I mean, I think we want to win the toss and bowl first, obviously. Look, the Renegades aren't known for making big totals, especially at that weird Marvel wicket. So I think we chase it down comfortably, and I think Sam Harper is our leading run scorer. I'm going to back him in yet again. And bowling-wise, I think Harris Ralph will take 3.
That's very good. I reckon, yeah, just a simple win. Siddle takes 3, and Harper gets a good 95, similar to what Maxi did the year before.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. Thank you all for listening to another episode of the Mighty Melbourne Stars podcast. Me and Heath appreciate all your support. And yeah, let's go into this Renegades game positive, and hopefully we can get our season back on track just in time for finals.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, go follow the socials, and keep listening to the YouTube channel as it helps us a lot. And let's get 100 subscribers before finals if we make it.
Let's do it. Go Stars.
Go Stars.
What you doing?